Okay, everybody, let's take a look and see what happened in the stock market today. Wow. Let's switch over to the hourly chart. I think that's going to pretty much explain it. Look at that, 1 o'clock. All through the night. Just everybody waiting and waiting and waiting. Yep, FOMC. Bam. Basically, they're not going to taper right away or November, and they're going to save us all, guys. They're going to save us. They're going to do it nice and easy and nice and slow. Yeah. Meantime, we'll just keep on trading, right? Yeah, pretty amazing. I was up pretty late last night. London came on right there. 3 a.m. my time here in Texas, and yeah, once I saw that candlestick like that, I'm like, okay, time to go to bed. Nothing's going to happen until after the announcement. Wow. Nice little run-up. Everybody waiting on the sidelines for that one. I added in the amplitude bubble here. And that's just measuring the distance from the bottom of the candlestick to the 50-day moving average. Pretty cool. Or in this case, 50-hour. I also added the amplitude down here at the bottom. Okay. It'll look very similar to the RSI, but it's a little bit different. So this is measuring the distance from the candlestick to the 50. Really nice. And on the daily, this is color-coded. On the hourly, I don't have it color-coded yet, so I'll work on that maybe when I get a chance. So we already started the new day for trading here. You can see it started at 5 o'clock right there. For those who don't know, futures start at 5 o'clock the previous night. Okay, Texas time, previous night. And so that's what we're seeing here. A little bit of divergence. Signal coming up, but not a big deal going into the night. Okay. Let's switch back over to daily and I'll talk about a little bit about where I think we're headed. By the way, I'll give a little teaser in this video about the solar cycles part 2 coming up. Maybe real soon this week, might be this weekend, so keep an eye out for that. I'll give you a little teaser on that. Talk about that briefly near the end of the video. So here's a daily chart. Amplitude here, 3.28. That's actually this candlestick right here. Pretty decent. Starting to get kind of elevated. You'll notice over here at the very bottom, as I said, it's color-coded. The amplitude. This is being displayed here in percentage, so it's a little over 4%. And you can see right here, yeah, we're getting a little hot. Getting a little hot. This is something I put together just today while I was watching the paint dry until the announcement came out. So kind of getting up in the area where the distance from the candlestick to the 50 is getting kind of long. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We do have some divergence signals going on, but for the Big Daddy, looks like today was nullified. But on the SMI, we're still seeing a divergence here, just a little bit. So a little bit going down. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this because we did get a cluster right here. I also color-coded this. So if you get white, that's 3 or 4 day. Could be a 3 or a 4 day divergence going on. So all of these are 3 or 4 day. It's picking up on 3 and 4 day divergences. Okay. If you get a yellow, that's a 12-day divergence. If you get a red, that means both of them are happening at the same time. So kind of cool, you know, from mildly divergent to hot divergent. So seems to be working pretty well. Every time we start getting these groups of white, yellow, and red, we tend to get these pullbacks. This one was obviously pretty huge, 6% quad wedging correction right there. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. But overall, guys, I think the stock market is still strong. We'll definitely keep an eye on the pullback. I mean, I should say on the divergence signals. And if we start seeing them clustering really, really tight, and we might even get some yellows in here, then we're going to really pay attention to the hourly chart and basically just look at the same thing. But guys, you can look at these divergences for yourself just on the SMI and even on the RSI. If it's going down while price is going up, okay, then you know you got something going on. You want to keep an eye on that, okay? But I'll definitely keep an eye on this for any divergence that starts to pick up. You know, for any warning signs that there might be something going on, and it's kind of been picking up here lately. So we're going to keep a close eye on that. And the fact that we have elevated amplitude, you know, this distance here is, yeah, it's got me a little, I don't want to say concerned, but we definitely want to watch that, okay? I think for now, though, guys, there's still strength. There's still strength in the stock market, S&P 500. We still got strength, okay? So I think for now, if especially if overnight, if it, you know, tonight, we'll just have to keep an eye and see what they do in the overnight session, particularly when the London Exchange comes on at 3 a.m. They usually tend to be the biggest trading session overnight. We'll see what they do. Right now, it's just a little bit up from the close. Yep, closed at 51. And we're already up 5 points, so that's quite significant already, 5 points. So pretty hot market. I think it's still good for now, guys. I don't see a reason not to trade long. You know, obviously do due diligence and be aware of your hourly chart. Make sure you're not trading when you got a bunch of divergences going on. Okay, and one more thing. Let me finish up with the hourly, and then I'll talk about the teaser real quick. You know, guys, if you get this action where it pulls back to the 50 and the hourly, remember we're on the hourly chart now, pulls back to the 50 and bounces off, it might do like that. But once it gets going, it's good to trade long, okay? You can trade down into the 50 if you want to. That's fine. You know, you see a divergence going on like right here. Okay, obviously got divergence signals popping up here, so really nice. Okay, but once it bounces off that 50 hour, you can trade it. That's exactly what was going on here, guys. All day long, wait for the announcement, wait for announcement, and then bam. Once the announcement came, it was already right on the 50 for the last like 4, 5, 6 hours. You know, just look at that. Everybody was just waiting as it's riding along the 50. Okay. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you're not sure about the daily, then look at the hourly and just watch the action. If the candlestick comes out and touches the 50, you know, obviously you want to be looking for divergences also, right? Just be careful of that. Especially right here, this was a divergence. Okay, this one over here was not. But and just make sure you don't get this push through, right? That the divergence doesn't create a push through the 50 to the bottom side. Okay, and if it doesn't do that and bounces off, and once it bounces off pretty good, you know, trade it. Right? That's how I would do it. And for right now, I don't see any reason to change that. Okay. All right, let me switch over one last thing. We're going to talk about this, about the little teaser for the solar cycle part 2 video. Let me switch over to the monthly, okay? Now, that month right there was May of 2020, guys. Yeah, May of 2020. Okay. Now, you all know that right here, March 2020 was a big crash. Okay. But May 2020 was the low of the solar cycle. What do you know? Almost happened at the same time. But it's also the beginning of the new solar cycle. Now, guys, check this out. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the new solar cycle started, and sunspots have been increasing pretty much ever since. And what's going on here? Yeah. Had some people say there's no correlation. Okay. So stick around for that. Hopefully I'll get it done. I might work on it tomorrow. Depends how busy I am. But I'm going to try to get done by this weekend for sure. So keep an eye out for the solar cycle part 2. Going to be a really good video. We're going to talk about some things. I'm going to talk about where I think we're headed. Okay. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go ahead and click that little bell to be notified of all the videos I put them out. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.